Hello, I'm going to read The Single Man. Hello, below there, when the hear voice thus calling him, and he was standing in the door in the box, with a flag and hand folded round his sword pole, or would have thought, considering the nature of the ground, that he could not have doubt from what quarter of voice came. But instead of looking up to where I um, um, stood on the step cutting near over the head, he turned himself about and looked down his line. There were something remarkable in the namer of doing so, thought I could not have said for my little what about, but I know it was remarkable enough to attract my notice, even though his figure was hastened and shadow down in the deep trench, and nine was high above him. His steps all flow glow of the angry sunset, and that I had shed my eyes with my hand before I saw him at all. Hello, below. From looking down the line, he turned himself about again, and raising his eyes saw a figure high above him. Is that there any path with I can come down and speak to you? He looked up to without replying, and looked down at him without pressing him too soon with the reception of my idle question. Just then there came vague vibration in the air quickly changing its blowing pulsation, and a coming rush on cause of the star back thought I had there draw down. Is such a vapor and rose at my head from this rapid train had passed me and was skinning away from over the long landscape. I looked down again and saw him refligging and flag had so while train went by I appeared inquiry after a pause, during which he seemed to ward he what we regard me with fixed attention to my mountain with his rolled up flag rowan's eye point of my level some 2 or 300 yards distance. I called down him all right, and he made for that point. Thereby Klein following closely about me I found road without describing the path of mountains, out with the flower. The cutting was extremely deep and unusually precipitant. Uh, I was made through a clammy stone that it became oxier, and whether I went down for these reasons, I found that way long enough to give him a recall in singular right reluctance on complexion which was pointed in the path. When I came down enough upon upon the zigzag The stand he was again. I saw that he was standing between his rail and us. I want wanking for Mac to appear. They had his left hand and his chain, and that left elbow released resetted, and right hand closed over his breast, and his attitude was one of such imprecation and watchful. It was stopped the moment, wondering if it was, or resumed my downward way, stepping in upon the level of railroad, and drawing near by him. I saw him that was dark, that was stopping the sound down way. I and slipping up the level of the railroad, drawing near him. I saw that he was dark, sallow man with a dark beard and rather red-haired eyebrows. His pose was in the solitary and dismal place ever I saw. On either side, stripping the wall, dodged stones, clouding and view about strip and sky. The perspective and way on only cook progressions of the great Domgun. The distorted perspective in the other direction, terminating the gloomy light on the gloomer strange glass black tunnel without massing architecture that was barbarous, depressing, and forgiving there. So little sunlight over the faun, it was way to his spot, and it had an earthy